Can a few million Japanese tourists rattle a tourism market backed by billions of travelers? Fast show, peep and no, hello, here is Kiwin. Welcome to Chat Dandy. Foreign media have recently hyped that fewer Japanese tourists coming to China has dealt a heavy blow to China's tourism industry. This sounds alarming, but real data proves it is just an overstatement meant to stir up unnecessary worries. Do not be misled. First of all, China's tourism industry relies mainly on its domestic market. Domestic tourists form the absolute main force, while inbound tourists are just an extra boost. Japanese tourists only make up a tiny share, so their changing numbers cannot shake the whole industry. It is estimated that in 2026, domestic tourist trips in China will reach 6.949 billion, with total revenue exceeding 6.68 trillion yuan, ranking first worldwide. During holidays, 325 million people traveled across the country on May Day in 2026. The 2026 Spring Festival saw 596 million tourist trips and tourism revenue over 800 billion yuan. Popular Sydney sports are always packed, showing strong market vitality. By contrast, the number of Japanese tourists visiting China has long stayed at the millions level, far lower than billions of Chinese domestic tourists. Only the small number of travel agencies focusing on Japanese groups and Japanese-speaking guides face slower business. This is just a minor issue in each sector with limited impact. It is obvious biased for foreign media to judge the whole industry based on a small group of workers. Besides, China has diverse inbound tourist sources. In 2025, it welcomed 35.17 million foreign visitors. While Asia remains the main source, arrivals from Europe and America are on the rise, with Russia leading the growth. South Korea, the top source country, accounts for merely 9% of total foreign tourists. China has no reliance on a single tourist source. In recent years, China has simplified the visa policies, added more international flights, and improved the cultural and travel service. People around the world are increasingly willing to visit China for travel, study, and business. A drop in Japanese tourists can be easily offset by visitors from other countries and will not hold back the recovery of inbound tourism. In fact, Japan's tourism industry is actually bearing the brunt. In 2025, over 9 million Chinese visitors, Japan's second largest overseas tourist group, spent more than 2 trillion yen, accounting for over 20% of its inbound tourism revenue. A decline in Chinese arrivals caused Japan's overseas tourist numbers to drop for the first time in 4 years, hitting hotels, duty-free stores, and the retailers hard. It is obvious who relies more on who. In short, a sound tourism industry depends on its scale, risk resistance, and diversified layout. China's tourism market has strong internal momentum and resilience. It will never be shaken by fewer tourists from one single country. Some foreign media twist fast to create sensational news. We should view normal changes in tourist flow rationally and stay away from false remarks. That's all for today. See you next time. Please subscribe my channel. See you next time.